The Durrani Empire was the second largest Muslim empire after the Ottoman Empire in the 18th century. The first Afghan king, Ahmad Shah Abdali, had great success. He had incorporated parts of India, including modern-day Pakistan, into his empire. So, in the beginning, Pakistan and Afghanistan were part of the same empire. But Ahmad Shah Abdali's mentor, who made him king, met a tragic end. He was killed in Lahore. His shrine is located near the Badshahi Mosque in Lahore. Why did this happen? Why did the Durrani Empire invade Punjab and Delhi again and again? How did the governors of Lahore, the Mughal emperors, and the Hindu sadhus fight the Afghans? It was the year 1747. Ahmad Shah Abdali was staying in the Bala Hizar fort of Peshawar. Today, this fort serves as the headquarters of the Frontier Corps, SC. He received a message in the same fort. This message was sent to him by Shah Nawaz Khan, the ruler of Punjab. Shah Nawaz Khan had taken over Punjab without permission from the Mughal court in Delhi. Now, Mughal Prime Minister Kamaruddin Ahmad Khan wanted to replace him with someone else. Shah Nawaz Khan had no power to fight the Mughal wazir, but he was not ready to leave the governorship either. So he sent one of his messengers to Ahmad Shah Abdali with his turban. The messenger said that Shah Nawaz Khan was ready to hand over Punjab to Afghans. But in return, Shah Nawaz should remain governor of Lahore, and Abdali would also appoint him as his prime minister. This message was great news for Ahmad Shah Abdali. The fertile land of the 5 greatest rivers of the region was falling into his hands without a fight. He thanked God and prepared an agreement regarding the terms of the handover of Punjab. The term to appoint Shah Nawaz Khan as prime minister was also included in the agreement. Ahmad Shah Abdali sent his spiritual mentor, Sabir Shah Wali, to Lahore for further discussions. So Sabir Shah Wali arrived in Lahore to discuss the handover of Punjab with Shah Nawaz Khan. But even before his arrival, the political scenario in Punjab changed. Mughal Prime Minister Kamaruddin made peace with Shah Nawaz Khan. He recognized Shah Nawaz as the governor of Punjab. Now their dispute is over. Shah Nawaz had no need for Ahmad Shah Abdali. When Pir Sabir Shah Wali reached Lahore, he considered Shah Nawaz Khan just a servant of Abdali. Shah Nawaz asked him, "How is our brother Ahmad Shah?" Sabir Shah Wali thought Shah Nawaz was nothing more than an ordinary governor. He thought a governor shouldn't be so frank about his king. He scolded Shah Nawaz and said that he should not cross his limits because he was just a governor. He wondered, how did Shah Nawaz dare to be so frank about his king? Sabir Shah Wali's words angered Shah Nawaz Khan. He ordered his soldiers to arrest Pir Sabir Shah. Then the soldiers poured molten silver down his throat. In this way, Abdali's spiritual mentor, Sabir Shah Wali, died. Sabir Shah Wali's body was dumped on a road. Later, people buried him near the Badshahi Mosque. If you go from Data Darbar to Azadi Chowk, you may see his mausoleum. It is located in an open field behind the Badshahi Mosque, under its tall minarets. Ahmad Shah Abdali learned about Sabir Shah Wali's death. He was shocked. In December 1747, he gathered an army and marched from Peshawar to Punjab. In January 1747, Abdali attacked Lahore. Shah Nawaz Khan tried to fight him but was defeated and fled to Delhi. Ahmad Shah Abdali captured Lahore. He appointed his own administrators in Lahore. A Hindu, Lakhpat Rai, was made the chief secretary of the new administration. Lakhpat Rai was the former treasurer of the Mughal government in Punjab. Several local rulers and landowners from Punjab also submitted to Abdali's dominance. Ahmad Shah Abdali also issued a new coin in his name. This coin was the symbol of Abdali's rule in Punjab. However, Ahmad Shah Abdali now had to fight the Mughals. Without defeating the Mughals, Abdali could not hold on to Punjab for long. So 5 weeks after the occupation of Lahore, Abdali invaded Delhi. Now he was going to face the Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah Rangila in Delhi. This is the same Muhammad Shah Rangila who once lost to Nadir Shah Durrani. Now, friends, this was the time when the Mughal Empire was very weak. Muhammad Shah Abdali himself was not a capable ruler. He could not fight a capable general like Ahmad Shah Abdali on his own. But his minister, Kamal al-Din, and his son, Mir Manu were able and brave men. They quickly made up their minds to fight Abdali. They gathered a large army and set out to meet the Afghans. Crown Prince Ahmad Shah Bahadur was also riding among their ranks. The Afghans, under the charismatic leadership of Abdali, confidently faced the Mughal army, but the outcome of this battle was surprising for the Afghans. This is Manupur, a small village near Chandigarh in the Indian province of Punjab. The Afghans and Mughal forces fought in this village on March 11, 1748. The Afghans extensively used guns and other firearms. Mughal Prime Minister Kamal al-Din was also killed by the cannon fire while saying his prayers. But his son, Mir Manu, took over command of the Mughal army. Mir Manu and other Mughal commanders repulsed many Afghan attacks. Then the Mughal army counterattacked and forced the Afghans to flee. In the Battle of Panipat, the Afghans suffered their first defeat at the hands of the Mughals in Punjab. But it was just the beginning. Abdali returned to Lahore to refresh his troops and then launch another attack on Delhi. But he found the city gates closed. Chief Secretary Lakpat Rai, who was appointed by Abdali, refused to open the gates. He told Abdali that the Mughal army was present in the city, and if Abdali really wanted to enter the city, he had to take it by force. But Abdali's soldiers were demoralized. His soldiers were not in a position to crush the Mughal forces in Lahore. So Abdali abandoned Lahore and returned to Kandahar, Afghanistan. Thus, Punjab was restored to Mughal control. The Mughals appointed Mir Manu as the governor of Punjab. But Abdali had not lost courage. He was determined to retake Punjab. He struck back, and this time he was successful. How did this happen? The defeat at Manupur had disturbed Abdali. He was anxious to take revenge, so he prepared for another round with the Mughals. By the end of 1748, he was ready, so he led another army into Punjab. He had also ordered the Pashtun tribes from Peshawar to join him in this campaign. These Pashtuns joined him and increased his army's strength. Abdali moved from Peshawar to Punjab. He had greater forces than those of Mir Manu. A rift in the Mughal Empire also gave Abdali another advantage. Mir Manu was a fearless commander, but the new Mughal Prime Minister, Safdar Jang, was his enemy. Mir Manu didn't expect any help from him. He had to fight the Afghan army alone. Without any help from Delhi, Mir Manu was easily defeated by Abdali. He signed a temporary peace treaty with Abdali. Under this treaty, the entire area west of the Indus River in Punjab was handed over to the Afghans. Mir Manu also agreed to give Abdali the annual revenue of Sialkot, Pasra, Gujarat, and Aurangabad. This amount was 1.4 million rupees. All this was promised to Abdali. The treaty was signed in 1749, but it lasted only a year or two. Mir Manu couldn't send the agreed revenue to Abdali for some reason. So Abdali launched his third attack on Punjab in 1752. Both forces fought another battle on the banks of the river Ravi near Lahore. The Mughal army fought bravely but was defeated once again. Mir Manu retreated to Lahore with his 10,000 soldiers. Now he decided to fight under siege, but his resistance was useless, as no help would ever come from Delhi. He couldn't force Abdali to lift the siege of Lahore. The Prime Minister of the Mughal court was already his enemy, so Mir Manu decided to surrender. He met Abdali in person to surrender. Abdali asked him, "If I were your prisoner, how would you have treated me?" Mir Manu replied, "I would have beheaded you and sent your head to the Mughal emperor." Abdali asked, "What should he do to Mir Manu?" Mir Manu replied, "If you are a traitor, then take some ransom, wealth, and release me. But if you are really a just and merciful king, then you can forgive me." Ahmad Shah Abdali was impressed by this answer. He granted Mir Manu the title of Farzan Khan Bahadur and appointed him as the governor of Lahore. But this was not a free lunch. First, you have to understand the psychology and problems of the invaders at that time. Every invader needed wealth to run his empire. That's why they always invaded the lands from which maximum wealth could be obtained. They also needed capable governors for the conquered lands. They wanted these governors to collect the maximum taxes every year. This was the need of every invader to appoint powerful and capable governors. Ahmad Shah Abdali had to make the same decision. He pardoned Mir Manu and appointed him governor of Lahore. But he also received a lot of wealth in exchange. He immediately received 2.6 million rupees from Mir Manu. Mir Manu also promised to pay an additional amount of 0.4 million rupees in the future. So in this way, Punjab became part of the Durrani Empire of Afghans. The Afghans also captured Kashmir along with Punjab. Afghan General Abdullah Khan had conquered Srinagar in those days. Interestingly, the Afghan general did not fight a battle to conquer Srinagar. The Kashmiris surrendered Srinagar without a fight. So Abdali's military campaign in 1752 was a successful one. He had apparently captured Punjab. The Mughal court had also recognized Afghan rule in Punjab. The whole of Pakistani Punjab and the Sindh area in today's Indian Punjab were under Abdali's control. But this control did not last long. A sudden tragedy changed the history of Punjab. Governor Mir Manu went out of Lahore on a hunting trip. Sikhs ambushed him in the forest. During the attack, Mir Manu fell from his horse and died. His death dramatically changed the political and security landscape of Punjab. Punjab had no stable government for the next 7 to 8 years. Abdali was largely responsible for this political chaos in Punjab. How? Actually, Ahmad Shah Abdali made a wrong decision after Mir Manu's death. Punjab was an important province, but Abdali didn't appoint any experienced governors in Punjab. He appointed a tumbler to the seat in Lahore. This was Mir Manu's 2-year-old son, Muhammad Amin Khan. Abdali appointed Amin Khan as the governor of Punjab. He appoints Amin Khan's mother as his deputy. Now, Mulani Begum had to rule over Punjab until her son came of age. Mulani Begum was not a capable and experienced ruler. The result of this decision was terrible. Local rulers in Punjab took advantage of Mulani Begum's weakness and became independent. Some of Mulani Begum's relatives also got involved in Punjab's power politics. They all started fighting to take control of Lahore. Muhammad Amin Khan, the young ruler of Punjab, was also allegedly poisoned. Then the powerful chiefs started capturing Lahore one by one. Every ruler would loot Lahore until ousted by someone else. One of these rulers was Mulani Begum's uncle, Nawab Abdullah. At that time, the treasury of Lahore was empty. Nawab Abdullah started looting ordinary citizens to fill his pockets. He shamelessly looted the people. A saying at that time said there was no mill or stove left in Lahore under Nawab Abdullah. It meant that the people were left without a mill to grind the flour or a stove to cook food. So, Punjab, under the Abdali Empire, had become a poor province. The people were poor, and the security situation was worse. But despite such dire conditions, Abdali was planning an attack on Delhi. In 1756, he invaded Delhi. Mughal Emperor Alamgir was sitting on the throne of Delhi at that time. He couldn't even think of fighting Ahmad Shah Abdali, so he surrendered Delhi to the invading Afghans without a fight. But Ahmad Shah Abdali didn't need the throne of Delhi. All he wanted was wealth. He demanded 20 million rupees from the Mughal emperor. But the Mughals couldn't pay him this money. Their treasury was empty. They had nothing left to give to anyone. When Abdali saw the situation, he started looting the royal quarters. He snatched 1.8 million rupees and diamond jewelry from Qazi Khan, the Mughal wazir. He also married his 11-year-old son to Zara Begum, the daughter of Alamgir II. There was another beautiful Mughal princess at that time. She was the 16-year-old daughter of the late Emperor Muhammad Shah. Even Mughal Emperor Alamgir II fell for her beauty and asked for her hand in marriage. But Hazrat Mahal's mother rejected the marriage proposal. Ahmad Shah Abdali heard about her beauty. He decided to marry Hazrat Mahal. Hazrat Mahal's mother once again rejected the proposal. She said that she would rather kill her daughter than giving her in marriage to an Afghan. But the poor widow was powerless against the mighty conqueror. So, Ahmad Shah Abdali forcefully wed Hazrat Mahal and made her his wife. During Abdali's stay in Delhi, his name was mentioned as the ruler in Friday sermons. Abdali also ordered the Hindus of Delhi not to wear turbans like the Muslims. He ordered them to clearly mark their foreheads to show that they were Hindus. Those who didn't follow the order were fined heavily. Abdali also issued new coins in his name in Delhi, just like in Lahore. Thus, he wanted to prove his authority. After taking full control of Delhi, he moved beyond it. He sent his commanders, Jahan Khan and Najib al-Dawla, with 20,000 troops to conquer Mathura and Agra. The Hindus believed that their Lord Krishna was born in Mathura. That is why they considered Mathura a sacred city. The city had a lot of temples and idols. Ahmad Shah Abdali said to his commander, "Mathura is the city of infidels. Put all its residents to the sword. There should be no crop standing from Delhi to Agra." He announced rewards for the soldiers. Every soldier had to place the heads of the infidels in front of the Prime Minister's house. A reward of 5 rupees was offered for every head. The Afghan soldiers shed a lot of blood in the streets of Mathura to get this reward. Thousands of men, women, and children were brutally killed, regardless of their religion. A severed head can't spell out his or her religion. The blood is of the same color. A Muslim jeweler took off all his clothes in front of an Afghan soldier. He pleaded that he was circumcised and that he was a Muslim. But even so, he was killed. The Afghan army smashed every idol in the city. Historian Agha Qisar Ali has mentioned an event in his book. He writes that the Afghans broke all the idols. Then they hit those broken idols like a polo ball. Then Agra, Balaga, and many other cities also met the same fate. But when Abdali invaded another sacred city of Hindus, Gokul, he faced a different situation. Gokul was home to thousands of Hindu sadhus. The Afghans camped outside the city. They were about to launch the attack. Thousands of naked Hindu sadhus came out of the city to fight the Afghans. Their bodies were ash-smeared. They fought the Afghans with makeshift weapons. Their sudden attack forced Abdali to retreat. The bravery of the sadhus saved Gokul. However, Abdali had looted enough from Delhi and other Indian cities. The value of the looted goods, gold and jewels, was equal to 120 million rupees. This money is equal to billions of rupees in today's currency. After looting all this, Abdali decided to return to Afghanistan. 28,000 animals and carts were employed to carry the looted goods. Every soldier of the 80,000-strong army had his own separate share. Now the victorious Afghan army was going from Punjab to Afghanistan. But here, a hidden power was waiting for Abdali. This power was a skilled guerrilla force. This power was Khalsa. How did the Khalsa Sikhs treat the Afghans? Why did the Afghans and Sikhs fight? Why did the Sikhs and Marathas join forces against the Durrani Empire? We will also show you the story of the Battle of Panipat in the next episode of the History of Afghanistan series.